Go look at the camera. Go look at the camera up there. Look at the camera. No, no. Hey everyone, welcome to the May 2015 channel update. This should be a much more regular thing going forward for my channel. I wanted to find a way to connect with my regular viewers more, and I think channel updates is a good way of doing that, because channel updates is not something that, you know, people that just watch a single video of mine or just car reviews or something of mine. There's a core group of you that watch just about everything that I do, and I feel that I'm not doing enough for you guys because you do such a great job of supporting my channel. So I think channel updates, and perhaps even in the future some sort of interactive question and answer session where I jump on YouTube and give you guys access to ask me questions directly. It would be a great way to, I guess, interact with my core channel viewers or my core followers a lot better, because, you know, there's a large group of people that I see always comment and always helping me out and always, you know, supporting my channel, and I want to do more for you guys. So yeah, these channel updates are going to be much more of a regular thing. What I think I'll try and do is make them monthly, and the things that I want to cover in the channel updates, of course, are the upcoming videos for the month, and perhaps an update on the M4, and maybe, I don't know, also cover viewer questions. You know, I've often done that in the past. I'm not going to do that in this particular video because I've got a lot of other things to cover. But it's always fun to answer viewer questions, especially some of the ones which are, you know, a bit ruder or more insulting, and I kind of save those up. Tui for the love. So yeah, what am I going to cover in this month's channel update? Well, firstly, the most exciting news is that I have some helicopter reviews coming at last. In fact, I'm just editing last weekend's helicopter reviews, Tui. And so you should see the Bell 47 review on Friday night or Saturday morning, and then later next week I've got a Eurocopter EC120 review coming, and it's just the beginning of range of aircraft or helicopter reviews I'm hoping to have this summer, because I think they're going to be popular. It's just something that's a little different about my channel. The fact that I can fly helicopters allows me to review these aircraft, and I think people that are interested in cars are also interested in helicopters. It's another mechanical thing, and yeah, let's face it, helicopters are pretty cool. But I will also try and do some other aircraft as well. I don't have a license for fixed wing. That's something that I would like to try, time permitting, to rectify this year as well. So maybe you might get a few videos about me learning to fly fixed wing aircraft, which should be pretty hilarious. But yeah, so looking forward to getting more into helicopter reviews. You know, after filming the helicopter reviews last weekend and going through the editing now, I realize that they're not perfect. There's still a lot of tweaking I need to do to make them, to bring the helicopter reviews up to the same standard as, say, my car reviews, but I'll get there, and hopefully you guys will enjoy those, you know, something a little bit different on my channel. You know, I also plan to do, you know, I guess the bread and butter of my channel at the moment is still car reviews, and most of you have probably noticed that I've been trying to bang out a good car review every week, and this year, and I think I've been sticking to that schedule. And the reason for that is because I'm aiming to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and then really grow my channel from there. And the only way to do that is to keep putting out good, interesting content that people will enjoy. And car reviews are a good way of doing that. You know, car reviews tend to draw in they tend to bring in new viewers, but my channel is a bit odd in that I have a lot of views but not many subscribers. That is, my channel normally has a run rate of around 50,000 to 100,000 views a day, but I only ever get, say, 150 tops, maybe 100 to 150 subscribers a day. So I've got to somehow start converting more of those viewers into subscribers if I'm going to get to my subscription goal by the end of the year. So yeah, it's certainly something that you guys can help with as well. If you want to spread the word about my channel, that would be most appreciated. And in return, I'm going to try and do more interactive stuff with you guys. So yeah, some neat helicopter reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I have a whole raft of really cool cars sort of in the pipeline for this year as well. So I'll give you more details of that as I've got the reviews done, or I'm 100% sure that I've got those cars. But yeah, I've had offers of some really great, interesting new high-end cars this year, so it should be a good year for car reviews for me as well. The other thing I'm going to start doing more of, and that is product reviews. People keep sending me products to review, and generally I'm but you know, if it's a company that's trying to make a start and they're doing a good product, then I'm always keen to help out, and big or small. And the product that someone sent me this week was $100 dash cam. If you remember, I did a review on some dash cams recently, and they were all in the $300 range, which is a little bit outside a lot of people's price range. So it's exciting to see high quality dash cams have come down now to about $100, and this is one of the better ones, I think. So I'll try and get this review out in the next week or so as well. You know, these are 1080p DVRs with a screen on the back and everything, all for $100. It's amazing. And the company that sent me this will also do a discount if you say that you saw the review through my channel. What else? So yeah, more product reviews. There's lots of companies offer me products for the M4 as well, and I'm a little reluctant. Like I've had a couple of companies offer me exhausts for the M4, and while I might put a third-party exhaust on the M4, I'm trying to keep the M4 as stock as possible, because I still plan to trade it in for a 911 as soon as I can get, as soon as they release the new 991.2 911. And as for the M4, a quick update on the M4. Nothing else has changed at this point on the M4. This week I'm switching the tyres back to the summer tyres, the Pilot Super Sports, so we should have the car back to its normal summer configuration with a lot more grip. The only other thing to note about the M4 is that I've managed to break the passenger side vanity mirror again. This of course is one of the things I warned everybody about in my 10 things everyone should know about an M3 and an M4, and like an idiot, as soon as I'd done that video, I went and broke the mirror myself. What happened was I folded the seat forward to vacuum in the back, and I pressed the button to roll the seat forward, and the seat was just on the right angle that the headrest pushed against the visor and broke the mirror. So I took it into my dealership today, and they gave me this look like, how many of these are you going to break, Nick? But they did offer to replace it for free, so that's good. I mean, it is a design fault. It is partially my fault that, you know, when I put the seat forward, I've really got to be careful that it doesn't hit that. But at the same time, you shouldn't be constantly worried that you're going to break your vanity mirror every time you put your seat forward. So yeah, it's just one of those things. We'll see how many I break and how long BMW continues to give me free ones. So speaking of the 911, I was kind of hopeful that that Porsche would release the 991.2 in April this month, just gone by, because they historically have always released the next model year in April. So they've always done small updates in April, and that's when the next model year comes up on the configurator, and that's when things happen. So in my mind, I was kind of hoping that was when the next generation 911 would be out, but the rumors to the contrary, they say they'll be releasing it at the Frankfurt Auto Show later this year, which does make sense because every other previous release has been at Frankfurt, so why would they change? So it's probably not going to be till later in the year before we see what's new with the 991.2. Obviously we'll be getting, you snoring now, are you? Awesome. Maybe you can move along if you're going to snore. Over there. As for what's going to be in that update, well, of course there's lots of rumors, but we can be pretty sure that all the cars will now have turbocharged engines, and of course they're not going to be ridiculous increases in horsepower like some rumors have had. They're just going to be a big increase in torque, big increase in fuel economy, and a few other niceties. And I'm sure everyone's going to bitch and moan, turbocharged, it takes away all the character, it's going to be terrible, the end of the world. And of course that's not going to be the case. They're going to be, you know, Porsche make great engines, and I'm sure these are going to be just as good. In fact, they're going to be even better because they're going to be direct injection fuel and fuel injection with turbochargers. They're just going to be a wonderful, powerful, torquey engine, just improve the 911 yet again, I think. The other changes I personally hope to see are improvement on the Porsche PCM, the Porsche Communication Manager. It's pretty nice, the one they have at the moment, but it's clearly needs updating, and I know they've worked hard with Apple to bring an Apple product into the Porsches, so it's pretty exciting to see what they've done with that, and I think we'll probably see that in the new Panamera sometime this year before we see the 911. Whatever the case, I'm pretty confident we're going to see that in the new 911 next year. I would love to see the McCann steering wheel make its way into the 911s, and I'm pretty much 100% sure that'll happen as well. And the fourth one, which I think is a bit of a pipe dream, is I'd like to see a head-up display. There's no reason why Porsches can't have a head-up display. They've got perfectly good head-up displays in the Audis, and they could just bring them across, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe, fingers crossed. Anyway, that would make a pretty perfect a 911 to me if they made all those changes. So 3 out of 4 won't be bad, so that's exciting. Meantime, I've still got my M4, so I'm pretty happy with that car, so no hurry. As soon as that comes out, I'll order it. As for which model, 991.2 911 I will get, when the time comes, when they release the details of the new model, I will make a video specifically on that, on the models that I'm considering, right down to the little details, why I have or have not selected every single thing, as a discussion video for everyone to join in and go, Nick, we think you should get this or that and whatever, and I can explain to you why I've picked what I've done. You know, I'm lucky that I've had a 911 of this generation basically, and I get to do a redo. You know, from all the problems I had with my 911, it's kind of, in a way, a silver lining is that I get to do a redo. I get to, you know, I've driven enough 911s and I owned one. I know exactly what I like and dislike about them now in the way of options, so it's exciting to be able to do a redo and get a car that is just the way I want. As for the model, well, it really comes down to 2 models that, if I was to pick one today, obviously things might change with the new model later in the year, but if I was to pick one today, there'd be 2 that I'd be picking between. I'd pick between either the turbo, before I tell you which ones, so my budget is $160,000 US dollars or less. Really $160,000 is the upper limit to how much I want to spend on a car at this point. Anything above 160 and I'll probably have to borrow money, and I really don't want to have to borrow money to buy a car. I'd rather just pay cash, and so yeah, I want to keep it to 160 or less, which is plenty of money to get a nice 911. And just about every single model falls into that category except for the Turbo S. So yeah, the 2 models that I would be considering would be the Turbo and or a Carrera 2S like my old one. And I might hear you say immediately, why would you even consider the Carrera? The Turbo's so much better. And you know, on paper it is. You know, the 2 things that the Turbo has going for it is obviously it's faster, and it's got all the turbo toys. You know, it's got the wide body kit, the nice turbo pipes on the back, and air intakes and spoilers, and the you know, the 4-wheel steering and so forth. So yeah, at first glance you might think, it's a given, get a turbo. The turbo is about $150,000, so that gives me $10,000 worth of options, so that would still be quite a nice turbo. But really, I'm still more likely to get a Carrera 2S. And the reason for that is that there are many things about the Carrera that I prefer to the Turbo. Probably the top of that list is that I can get the Carrera in 2-wheel drive. For me personally, I find that the all-wheel drive or the 4-wheel drive in the 911 really sucks the joy out of those cars. For me anyway, I really find I have so much more fun in the 2-wheel drive models than the 4-wheel drive models. And as much as I try and love the 4-wheel drive in them, I always get out of those cars, you know, blown away by their speed, but feeling a little cold that I didn't, you know, have as much fun as if I'd been in the 2-wheel drive. So I do prefer the 2-wheel drive, the rear-wheel drive at least. Secondly, with the Carrera 2S, I can get a manual transmission. I would really love to get a manual transmission before they are gone forever. Maybe they'll never be gone forever, but I have a sneaking suspicion we're starting to see the end of the line for manual transmissions in some of these high-end sports cars, and the manual transmission in the 911s is such a nice transmission. It would be a shame not to take advantage of grabbing one of those while I can. And of course, you know, I know a lot of people would disagree with me, I personally really love the shape, the clean lines of the standard Carrera S. You know, it's not the wide body and doesn't have all the flashy bits that some of the other models have, but that's fine by me. I really loved the sort of under the radar look of the Carrera, so that's another big draw card for me when ordering a 911, is that the Carrera is just a, you know, a more subtle, pure looking car in my mind than say the Turbo, and that's one of the big reasons that puts me off getting a GT3. You know, everyone's going to say, oh, for the money you're spending, Nick, you could get a GT3, and for sure the GT3 is the best driving car in the range, but you know, I want the best all-round 911 for me personally that I'm going to drive every day, and I just don't think the GT3 fits the bill for me. It's I just don't like the look of them. They're too loud. They don't have the back seats, and I use the back seats every day, and they're just not a, you know, 911 is not the most comfortable car to start with, but the GT3 takes that discomfort to a whole new level, and so, you know, it's a trade-off. Do I want a higher performance model? Not really. You know, even a well-spec'd Carrera 2S is more than enough performance for me, and so that's why the Carrera 2S or the Turbo is really going to be the choice that I'm going to be picking between. I guess the other thing about the Carrera 2S is, even if I throw every option at it like I did last time, I am hard pressed to spend as much as the Turbo, so the Carrera 2S will probably work out a little cheaper than the Turbo as well, which, you know, having a bit of spare money is always a good thing. So yeah, I will, when the time comes, I will certainly do more videos on the configurations and what I'm thinking about with the 911. I'm sure a lot of people are going to immediately comment, so I might as well cover it now. Why don't I consider getting the AMG GT, the Mercedes? It's a really nice car, and I think it's probably the biggest competitor at the moment to the 911. And it's a beautiful car inside and out, but it's a two-seater car, and I really would prefer a 911 with those back seats. I use them for TUI and other stuff that I do. So, you know, nice car, but not for me. And that's the same reason for not considering a lot of other cars as well. You know, people would say, why don't I consider a Corvette or a F-Type Jag? You know, I really want, even if they're really uncomfortable small seats, I would use them every day. So I really want the 911 if I can. Tui, what are you looking at? You gonna come and join us? No? Say hello? No? Okay, fine. Stay there then. So on top of everything else I've talked about, I have a bunch of other videos that I'm planning as well. Interactive videos, well, not interactive videos, which include guest stars, other YouTubers. I have other YouTube friends, both in the car community and outside the car community. We're going to do collaborative videos where I'm on their channel and they're on my channel, which is fun. I'm also planning to have other guest stars, friends of mine or car people, or just interesting people, including even an ex-girlfriend of mine, Debbie. Debbie and I are just working out timings for her to do a review of my M4, which should be really interesting for several reasons. Firstly, she was my girlfriend. She spent a long time driving my M3, and so she's very curious about the new M4 and comparing it. She's also an excellent driver. She was a pain in the ass as a girlfriend, but she is an excellent driver. She rides motorcycles. She's very mechanically minded, and she has a very sharp wit about her, and she gives me a lot of crap. So I'm sure when we get that video done, it's going to be extremely entertaining and very funny. She'll just take the shit out of me the entire video, you'll see. So we'll get that done the next few weeks, hopefully. She lives out in Ohio, which is a big problem, so it's coordinating a location where we can both drive the car and do that stuff. But yeah, a lot of collaboration with other people as well, which I think you'll love. A lot of people also ask me to do a video on how I do videos, and I would certainly do that. What's held me back from doing that in the past is that I'm very critical of my own videos, and so I don't want to be passing on bad habits to other people. But I'm getting to the point where I feel that my videos are getting to a better standard, and I think for people wanting to get into doing video photography or just learning about YouTube and stuff, I can share the information that I've learned, and maybe that can be helpful to people. And as for videos on myself, a lot of people ask me about my own life and where I come from and what I do for job and so forth. And while I have to keep some aspects of my life private, I'm certainly happy to share most of it with you guys. And so I plan to do a bit of a video about my life, where I come from, my family, how I arrived to work in the US, that type of thing, and maybe even a day in the life of Nick type of video. And if that proves popular and you guys enjoy seeing me outside of the normal YouTube stuff that you see me do, then I'll do more of that as well. That's easy to do, and that can be a lot of fun as well. But it really comes down to what you guys want to watch. And so I guess that's it really. You know, I'm looking for ways to interact with my core fan group, the people that have supported me the most throughout the growth of my channel, which is you guys. And I hope some of the ideas I've talked about today sound good to you guys. Please let me know in the comments if it sounds good, or if you've got any other ideas or the stuff that you're really looking forward to, and I'll prioritize that. You know, it is really me reaching out to try and thank you guys and give you what you want to see on this channel, while not taking away any of the great stuff that I do already, just improving on it. So I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm really excited about the rest of this year. I've got so many great cars to review. I've got lots of helicopters. I've got all these other ideas that I've just talked about. So there's a lot going on. It's just time permitting, you know. I have a full-time job. I have my own private life and social life that I have to juggle with doing YouTube videos. So sometimes it takes me a little longer to get things done, but it's not from shortage of ideas. You know, I've got a million ideas of things that I want to do, and I know will be entertaining. So it's just getting to them. So lots of things to look forward to, and really it comes down to me wanting to thank you guys for being so supportive and wanting to interact more with you guys, because I think not only do you guys deserve it because of all the support you give me, but you know, it makes it a more fun channel if you guys are involved. So that's really what I'm aiming for. So anyway, I've rabbited on enough. I hope you guys enjoy the helicopter review that's coming up this week, and the rest of the car reviews. And once again, you'll be seeing more of these updates, and these updates will be in the future, including all of the comments section that I normally have, where people are abusing me, and I'm answering questions from viewers and all that sort of fun stuff. This video is long enough as it is. I didn't want to keep you here all night going through that stuff. So Tui and I will say good night, and thank you for watching as always, and I will see you in the next update. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Bye then. Ah, we've stood up. We've come to say goodbye, have we? Good. Say goodbye. Okay, fine. See you guys. Bye then.